Welcome, Virgo Libra, to your beginning of the month reading for March. Hope your friends are doing great out there. This reading is for the 8th through the 17th. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you, my friends. We'll get straight into this. Okay, best message for the 8th through the 17th. Message for the 8th through the 17th. You have the Page of Swords coming out. So something that you might be learning about, watching, paying attention to, or somebody could be paying attention to you, could even be spying. Ooh, interesting. Let's see what's going on. Something's definitely got your attention to where you are trying to learn something. I do believe that. Maybe you're learning that they're watching you. Right? Let's see. Clarifying on the Page of Swords. This card not only clarifies on the Page of Swords, but the entire reading. You have sadness and isolation coming out. The sadness and isolation, I do think it's that you're learning, maybe you're learning that they're sad, you know, and feeling isolated away from you as they're watching you. I do feel like this is a spying situation, and I do feel like you are learning. I think you've seen them. I think you're going to see them, like down the street, or learning from someone, getting some kind of communication that they are watching you. Maybe they're asking for your email address, or trying to use someone else's. Maybe you block them and they're trying to use someone else's Facebook to get, you know, to see what's going on with you. Maybe they made a new Facebook account so that they can see what you're doing. I don't know, something crazy like that. But you guys have this sadness and this isolation going on over here within the situation. You do feel sad and lonely without you, and this is for sure. Choose your battles wisely. Reach out. I just feel like they were trying to reach out. Love abounds. With a reach out over here, it feels like somebody did try to reach, this person might have tried to reach out to you, and it does feel like you kind of, I don't know, guys. Maybe you didn't want to reach out to them. It feels like you have kind of your own achievements and your own goals that you're going after. Maybe they wanted to be a part of the teamwork and you wouldn't let them. But it just feels like you're struggling along, doing your best, doing what you're supposed to be doing. It does feel like, you know, there were things you were trying to reach out to, but maybe you have friends and families from the outside that were trying to reach out to, you know, get in touch with you, and maybe you don't want to talk to them, you know, or maybe you were reaching out to them and they were, you know, isolating themselves away from you. Something of this nature. Look at how it resonates. And remember, friends, if this doesn't resonate with you, you can either watch your regular readings, your rising moon or Venus as well. Reaching out. It didn't feel like there was any kind of achieved goal for this person. I felt like they did try to take a risk and try to reach out to you. I just feel like you blocked them or did something, and they're feeling very lonely about the situation. I think they did cause you a lot of sadness and discomfort to begin with. So I do feel like the sadness and isolation is coming from both of you in a lot of ways. And I do feel like there was a lot of broken hearts. It's the Three of Swords. So this is talking about a lot of pain related to this situation. I think that they did do something, yeah, that drove you away. Maybe they had anger and they drove you away. They made you very angry. Maybe they were very egotistical. Who knows, right? All kinds of situations going on over here. But maybe you did. Maybe you felt like they were riding a high horse. It does feel like they are trying to reach out, but I just feel like you block them and you're just not going to let them. So they're going to spy and you know. But I do feel like you are also learning something else as well, choosing your battles wisely. Over here is Three of Swords. So yeah, still feeling that pain and that confliction with the King of Pentacles upside down. They are guilty. And it seems like they might even be a little egomatic about the situation. Could be dealing with a Taurus who is just kind of, you know, obstinate about the situation. They might still, you know, even though they're watching you, it almost feels like they're stubbornly trying to cause a battle with you. They're trying their hardest to, you know, fight, argue, push their weight around, stuff like this, because they want you to contact them. They want you to talk to them. Using your clarity and your intuition, you're saying this is just not going to work. There is just too much between us that cannot be fixed at this time. With the Justice card, this could be your divorce. It could be somebody you're divorced from. They're trying to contact you. They want to reach out to you, you know, or maybe you're getting ready to get a divorce, and they really want to contact you about certain situations, and you're saying, I'm just not, you know, I just don't feel it. This person could have been unfaithful to you, could have cheated on you. You just feel like you're not going to be faithful to them within the situation, meaning I'm not going to give you what you want. You know, you expect me to give you something that you want, but I don't see you doing so. So I do feel like you're abandoning the whole idea of even wanting to reach out to this person. Looks like you're looking out at other things and other goals. So as they're over here doing whatever you're doing, here's where you're learning over here. Talking about this other person wanting to do this, well, you're doing your own thing. You're really learning. You could even be going to school or learning something that you need to learn, and really paying attention to your goals and your dreams. Could be learning a new trade, anything that's going to help you along your way to fulfill your destiny, and really watch your ships come in. This could be something that you've been wanting to do for a long time, so it does feel like it has some nostalgic values to it. So it does feel like you're now going to take the opportunity to go after this situation. You put a lot of spiritual strength into this situation, so not really worried about, not worried about answering their messages or moving towards anything that they're doing. This person is watching you, though. I mean, like I said, they definitely want to reach out, and you're just saying, I don't want to. I'm sorry that you're sad, but you also made me very sad about the situation as well. And I think with the sadness over here between them and yourself, the isolation that you're putting out, I think, is a stronger one in a lot of ways, because it's saying, I'm isolating myself away from you as I'm getting my goals over here. So showing this, you know, where even where you have sadness, it's showing this overall self-will and strength coming through, in which you're really putting all your resources towards, and really working hard for. So it's like, I might feel a little down emotionally, but I've got other things to do, right? I'm not just going to, this is not a no victory situation. You feel like there's no victory with this other person. That's why you're choosing your battles. Your battles are saying, I'm not battling with you. My battle has to do with what I want and what I'm content with, and the things I really need. So with the Hangman over here, it just feels like with them that would be a win, a no-win situation for sure. Because all they do is get you stuck. And you don't want to feel stuck emotionally at this time. Absolutely not. It's like, we already had the tower. We already went through the conflict. And it feels like that's all they're trying to do again, is cause more chaos, more conflict, where you just don't need that. You feel more inspired about getting on with life and, you know, taking control back of your life, where it needs to be, and traveling towards your dreams, right? So very nice. For the Love Abounds over here, it just feels like they're still trying to overwhelm you within this hard situation, trying to really work on your emotions over here. But you're taking everything, you know, you're working on your stability and taking life very serious. You're transforming things around you. And where they're trying to cause chaos and overwhelming situations, you're saying, I don't have time for that. I'm going after my achievements. There's a lot of achievements that are coming in, and then in the near future over here, and you're rushing towards them, and you're not looking back at this person at all. You're saying, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, right? I'm super done. So you have the Wheel of Fortune coming in, which is going to change everything around. So it does feel like there's a lot of good messages and other things coming in the areas you've been working hard on. Now, this person's still pushing, though. They really do want that. They do not want the separation from you, but you're not going to give them the time of day. You're saying, no, I'm sorry, I'm not got time for charity cases, you know, because I'm too busy being an empress. So, yeah, you know, and if you have children, you know, you're more worried about what your children are doing, what your work is doing, the things that are more important to you, and you're really nurturing the things that, you know, your near future potentials, the people who are around you now, you know, the important things in life. That they just feels like they do want to try to push this on you, so that they can have this kind of contact with you. It's almost like they're kind of watching you from the sidelines, and they're trying to see what you're doing, and then they want to really try to take that action to try to contact you, for whatever their purposes are. But their purposes don't look, it looks like all they want to do is argue their point, argue this, argue that, because we're choosing our battles wisely. Battle up, right? 7 of Wands. So, you know, hey, I don't want to argue. So it looks like they're just trying to argue their point about some certain situation. It could be possessions. You know, if you're getting divorced, maybe they want to argue about divorce papers, or whether, you know, what assets, you know, you're taking versus what I'm taking. And you're like, don't worry about it until court comes, you know. Talk to my lawyer. You don't be talking to me, right? These types of things. If it's just a friendship situation, they're just trying to get their truth out. You know, and it's like, that's great for your truth. That's great. Why didn't you tell your truth before you lied? If you're such a truth sayer, then why'd you lie about the situation? Hey, that's pretty interesting. Hey, why don't you go tell the truth to all the people you lied about? And, you know, and all the people that you said, you know, did this and that, because that's pretty interesting. Why don't you admit that you tell the truth and admit you lied about the situation? That would be something. That's definitely what they're not doing, though, my friends. They're not doing that. They're going to try to argue their point about the lie. So what are you saying? You're making the lie bigger than life? Where it matches your understanding, where it matches your description? So, okay. Or are you going to try to confuse the situation and try to, you know, almost put a stranglehold on it and say, well, it really wasn't kind of like that. You know, it was more like that. And it's like that over here is still the same as that, and they're nothing even alike. So I think all it is them trying to put masking tape over the situation and try to make it sound better. Alrighty. That's not the way it worked. It's, you know, more than anything for me, you know, I would see the stars upside down on that situation as confusing the situation for something you made up in your head, which is still a lie, right? It's still, then you'd have the moon next to the, you know, next to the justice, next to the star, and it's just fabrication after fabric. You're just flying it and fabricating it to make yourself look good in the end. It's still all wrong. Absolutely. Because no matter what, we still got the guilty card of you telling untruths. Oh boy. So Spirit says work daily towards improving your mental health. I'll be getting rid of all that stress and all that negativity. Devote yourself to discovering the highest truths. Wow. Okay, we just got done talking about the highest truth, and we know one thing. They're not telling it. You discover your highest truths for knowing, because you already know the truths, right? That's going to be interesting. Yeah, because we just got done talking about how you want to fabricate it. You can put masking tape over it. You can you know, you could put whipped cream on it, put a cherry on top, and it still is a lie. So you can make it as pretty as you want it to be, but it doesn't, it's still no truth. Interesting, interesting. Okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.